Okay, let's dive right into this. We all know that good nutrition is absolutely crucial for staying healthy, especially as we get older. But for a lot of seniors on a fixed income, those rising food costs are a huge challenge. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, is there to help. But the problem is, millions of eligible seniors are completely missing out on the support they've earned.
And when you look at the numbers, it's pretty staggering. This chart really puts it in perspective. Only about 2 out of every 5 eligible adults aged 60 and over are actually enrolled in SNAP. That means a massive 60%. 3 out of 5 seniors who qualify are not getting the benefits they are absolutely entitled to. That is a huge, huge gap.
So you have to ask the big question, right? Why? Why is this happening? Well, it turns out that a lot of it really just boils down to a few persistent and pretty powerful myths. And today, we're going to bust them one by one. Let's start with the number one reason people just don't apply. This belief that the monthly benefit is so small, it's just not worth the hassle. And this feeling is completely understandable. You hear stories, or maybe you've even been there yourself. You go through the whole application process, you fill out all the paperwork, only to get approved for what feels like a tiny amount. It's incredibly discouraging. But here's the reality, and the contrast is pretty stark. Yes, $23 is the minimum monthly benefit, but that is not the whole story. Not even close. The data shows that a full 80% of seniors on SNAP get more than the minimum. The actual average benefit for a senior household is around $188 a month. Now that's a whole different ballgame.
Which, of course, leads to the next big question. How does that work? How do you get from that minimum number all the way up to the average, or maybe even more? It's not just some flat rate, it's all based on a calculation.
So several different things come into play, right? Like your household size and your income. But the thing I really want you to focus on, the really crucial part, is right there at the bottom, expense deductions. This is the single most important, and honestly the most overlooked, way to boost your benefit amount. And this is where we see the biggest missed opportunity. I mean, look at this. When it comes to the medical expense deduction, a whopping 84% of SNAP-eligible seniors who could be using it just aren't. Only 16% are actually taking advantage of this powerful tool. So what exactly is it? Well, it's pretty simple. If you spend more than $35 a month on medical costs that come out of your own pocket, we're talking copays, prescriptions, dental care, things like that, those expenses can be deducted from your income when they calculate your SNAP benefit. And a lower calculated income means a higher monthly benefit for food. It's that direct.
Okay, let's move on to the second big misconception, and this one's a little more personal. It's this idea that applying for SNAP is only about helping yourself, and for some people, that can just feel uncomfortable.
But the reality is, participating in SNAP creates this incredible win-win situation. It's not just about your own grocery budget. The benefits actually ripple out and create all these positive effects for your entire community.
First up, the economic boost. For every single dollar in SNAP benefits that gets spent, it generates about $1.79 in local economic activity. That's money that goes right back into your community, supporting local farmers, grocery stores, and local jobs. And then you have the health outcomes, which are just incredible. One study found that seniors on SNAP are 23% less likely to have to enter a nursing home. Think about that. That means more independence for them and, frankly, lower long-term care costs for everybody.
And that's not all. SNAP participants were also 4% less likely to be hospitalized in the year after they started getting benefits. It's just more proof that having access to healthy food is one of the most powerful forms of preventative medicine there is.
So, we've busted the myths. We know the benefit can be a really big deal, and we know it helps not just you, but your whole community. So now, let's get to the most important part. How do you actually get started? And here's the great news. It is not as complicated as you might think. You don't have to go digging through a maze of confusing government websites. There's a single, really straightforward resource that's designed to help you. It's a really simple two-step screening process. First, you just go to the National Council on Aging's website, which is benefitscheckup.org. Second, all you do is enter your zip code. That's it. The site will then show you a list of benefits programs, including SNAP, that you might be eligible for right there in your area. It's the easiest possible place to start. So that really leaves us with just one final thought. After seeing what the real average benefit is, after seeing the impact it can have on your health and the boost it gives to your community, just ask yourself this. Could that extra support for nutritious food make a real difference in your life or in the life of a senior you care about?